So then this kid right here, over the course of 3 to 4 years, came this gentleman, right? I invested into fitness, into mentorship to become a law enforcement officer. I got denied by 6 different departments. Immature, too many tickets, bites. For those of you who don't know, I'm Russian and certain parts of my background didn't really line up with law enforcement. But it doesn't matter, I kept trying, so I would have never quit. So finally, LAPD hired me. I made a conscious decision that I will not sacrifice my dream, my goal, my vision for anybody. And I hold that to this day. Hey guys, so just like the speaker that went before me before lunch, I'm keenly aware you guys just had food. So your insulin is high, you guys are digesting, your body partial paralysis, you're ready to fall asleep. So I will try to make it as entertaining as possible with no promises. Hello everybody, my name is Alex Ping, former law enforcement officer, turned serial entrepreneur, and now also manage mindset, relationship, and I would say fairly business coach as well. But I'm not here to talk to you guys business today. You have one of the best people who teach you business. I am here to talk to you guys about faith, but also about something else that no men want to talk about. Not erectile dysfunction. That's Steve Ecker. Just kidding. What I'm going to dive into in a second is something that took me more than 10 years to figure out, to work on, to heal, and to fix. And based on that, I created my coaching program. But it's not about that. This is just my journey. Simply me. Back in early 2012, 2013, I was in college. I was a bio-med student, right? I was majoring in biology, with minor in psych. I wanted to be a doctor. Don't ask what kind of doctor. OBGYN, don't ask me why. I still don't know how to do that. Maybe it'll click somewhere to put on my presentation. But I'll find the computer. No, sorry, went too far. Right here. This stud right here. I'm just kidding. This skinny, right, pale, insecure person was a biomed student. I was going to be a doctor, right? I was going to school, taking my classes. But at some point, as I was progressing in my career, I wanted to be a doctor, and I started volunteering in the hospital, and I realized I hated it. Like, this job is not for me. I don't want to see sick people every day. I don't want to tell them how to take care of themselves, and basically I wasn't vibing with it. Somewhere along the line, I met this gentleman, Professor Valdez. Remember his name. He was my first mentor in life. I took one class with him. It was about gangs. I fell in love with it. I don't know everything about it. He was a retired law enforcement officer. Did undercover, did all kinds of cool stuff. So I was hooked. I was like, I'm gonna be a cop. Just met all kind of cop, federal, local, whatever shit. Not shit. More like that tan uniform. Sorry, Sheriff. Love you guys. Okay. Tony, we're outnumbered. Just kidding. And I realized, I'm gonna be a cop. That was the first time where I was like, okay, I'm gonna change the entire trajectory of my life, and I'm gonna go become a cop. Through faith, through coming to God, I was like, okay, I got my answer, this is what I'm gonna do. It was a little challenging to switch my entire career, took some time off, got all together. But what that gave me is it gave me purpose. I was no longer lost and confused and trying to escape and waste my time. I had a mission, I had vision. So then this kid right here, over the course of 3 to 4 years, came this gentleman, right? I invested into fitness, into mentorship to become a law enforcement officer. I was focused. I developed confidence finally through fitness. That's why I always preach that fitness is very important, especially for men. I was intentional for the first time in my life. I wasn't just a bartender, promoter, type of guy chasing after girls. I don't know what I'm gonna do in my life. I knew what I wanted to do. And I obviously developed delayed gratification for the first time in my life because I knew I needed to stop pursuing pleasure and develop purpose. It took me about 4 years altogether from the time I was going to my graduate school, and I finished my degree in biology, and I went to grad school for criminology and law. It took about 4 years. I got denied by 6 different departments. Immature, too many tickets, bites. For those of you who don't know, I'm Russian, and certain parts of my background doesn't really line up with law enforcement. But it doesn't matter. I kept trying, so I would have never quit. So finally, LAPD hired me. Maybe because they're best, maybe because they just needed people. I don't know if it is that. I don't know why I worked there. I mean, it probably was a mistake giving me a badge and a gun. But hey, I was a cop, right? I was proud of this day. I was really proud of myself. But it came at a price. This right here came at a price. I lost a relationship with the woman I was with at the time because she said I spent too much time studying, training, doing this, doing that. I had no time to waste for her. So I did what any normal, self-respecting man would do. I left her. Don't do that. Well, the reason why it's important is because I made a conscious decision that I will not sacrifice my dream, my goal, my vision for anybody. And I hold that to this day. I love the wife out there, she knows that too. When I met her, I told her, hey, I like you. We're going in the right direction, but just so you know, my purpose, my vision, my mission comes first. I'm blessed enough that she supports all the crazy things I do in my life. Lost friends all along, absolutely, because of my culture, being a cop, it's not popular, it's not fun at all. I don't know if you guys know, but in Russian culture, if you're a cop, you're considered trash. Like they call us musor, which means trash. Zibi for my Armenian friends right there. I grew up in Glendale, don't be surprised. So yeah, so I had to leave some friends, leave communities, leave people, leave relatives, leave friends, leave it all behind in order for an opportunity to be this guy. I left a secure paying corporate job. I was one of the top 5 best salesmen for Verizon corporate at the time. Making good money. I struggled financially, and I remember in the academy, my paycheck every 2 weeks was $1,600, $1,650. And then, when I started the academy, my DI pulls me aside and says, hey, the address you live in also comes back as registered to a felon. So guess what? You have 7 days to get your ass out of the house, find a place, otherwise we're gonna boot your ass out of the academy. Great. So I found a house. My rent was $1,700. So every 2 weeks, the first paycheck would go to pay rent. The second paycheck somehow I managed to survive on. That went on for 6 months in the academy. I made a little more the first year of probation. I survived. It was all worth it. I even got a depression because once I finished the academy, became a cop, I realized, okay, maybe I shouldn't have broken up with her. It's kind of lonely. I'm right here in this empty apartment by myself. I have a couch, bed, and it's just me. And love of my life is gone because I'm an idiot. I told her I want to leave her. So unbeknownst to me, I didn't know at the time, I fell into a depression. I'm grateful nobody told me I had depression because I would have probably acted a certain ways. My therapist later told me that I had depression. So thank God nobody told me at the time. But it was all worth it. Everything was worth it. Every single part of this. All the suffering, all the struggle, everything. Because I love being this guy. And here began my career at the LAPD. I mean, glorious time, right? My fellow cops out there. Hooking and booking, chasing bad guys, fighting. Just my partner and I, right there. His name is Ken. I mean, we made a name for ourselves. I started my career in South Central LA. For those of you who don't know, it's a very lovely place. I highly recommend you guys visit it. No, don't do that. Especially not nowadays. But it was fun. I mean, my partner and I had so many arrests, and we were chasing anything we could possibly get our hands on. They even promoted us. They gave us an unmarked car and a laptop and said, go out there, do your thing. So we had fun. But just like everything else, it comes at a price too, right? When you're a police officer, especially nowadays, if you actually do police work, you get in trouble. Welcome to California, or 2026 policing, right? You get in trouble. So I had an incident where I was involved and I participated into taking somebody's life. It's not fun. And also internal affairs, complaints, which not one has ever been sustained against me. But it drags along and it's like an annoying, I don't know, pain in your behind. Because people look at you a certain way, they pass you up on promotions, and just, I experienced the betrayal. The company, the corporation, the business, and LPD is a business that I worshipped, betrayed me. Said, you're at fault. And it's not a fun feeling when you go up there doing depositions and in court and somebody stands up and tells you, you're a murderer. You killed so-and-so person. Doesn't matter that he was so high out of his mind that his heart stopped, but I'm a murderer. Whatever. The betrayal didn't sit well with me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be fake to myself, or I'm going to be fake to anybody else. I'm going to be true to myself. So I left. I lateraled out to a different department. Santa Monica PD. Great department, by the way. One of the highest paying in the nation. And I had fun. But as soon as I lateraled out, George Floyd riots hit. Like that. Like literally a few weeks later, like, here we go, kid. Here's your gear. Go out there, protect the city. And Santa Monica burned. I mean, that city burned. You asked me, it was kind of fun. But we paid the price. It was literally like Afghanistan by the time we were done. But this was it, you know. I think 2-3 weeks in a row, 12 on, 12 off, 12 on, 12 off. And they fed us so much crap, pizza and burgers, I was asking for some broccoli. Like, somebody give me broccoli and some boiled chicken. I'm tired of pizza. But it doesn't matter. It was a good time. I had fun. I love what I was doing. Right? Somewhere along my career, I even got a Medal of Merit. Or the promoter, cop, you know, officer of the quarter, etc., etc. By the way, don't end up get one of these. If you get a Medal of Merit or a life-saving medal, all the cops are gonna hate on you. So only us first responders know. That's me right there doing another protest in Santa Monica. I'm probably staying there thinking, what am I gonna have for lunch after this? Yes, done. But again, hooking and booking, hard charge, right? I got comfortable. The problem is I was making a lot of money. I was doing good. I was a single guy. No more girlfriend, was driving me crazy, developed some confidence, right? So I did every possible thing that every normal, confident, comfortable guy does. Got complacent, got fat, I got lazy, I'll let the picture speak for itself in a second, but on the outside I was picture perfect. I had it all, right? I had what the guys wanted at the time. Single, bachelor pad, all these girls. But on the inside, I was dying. I lost my purpose. Yeah, I was living the life that I wanted, had all the girls that I could get my hands on. You know, I had more girls in rotation than was days in the week. Probably not something I'm proud of. But the purpose was missing. And then with all of that comes this pale fat abomination, right? Because when you don't have purpose, you stop working on yourself, stop developing, stop seeking that next level of yourself, start improving yourself. And I became this, right? I got comfortable, I had porn addiction. I was going on for like 20 plus years. Anybody else has porn addiction? Don't raise your hand. Well, I'll admit it, I don't care. You know I mean? Escape it through alcohol. I mean, I'm Russian, so it's kind of our blood. I used to collect alcohol. Bad habits, horrible habits. Anger, short temper, displacing blame, disassociation, all of that stuff. Oh, and a big ego. You cannot tell a cop how to be better, especially somebody like me, right? Because I was a firearms tactics instructor, best shooter in the department, terrorist liaison, the right team commander. Like, you ain't gonna tell me nothing. Like, I know it all. So I was drifting through life in comfort, in slow death, and it hurt. It hurt because on the outside you're picture perfect, but on the inside you're lost, you're guilty, you're regretting every day. I remember even asking one of my friends at the time, my partner's like, hey man, do you ever get that feeling like something is not there? And he looks at me like I'm stupid, like bro, you get all these girls, you have a car, you have your own place, you get all these cool gigs. What are you talking about? You stupid? Alright, don't worry about that. You don't understand. So I had to make changes in my life. By the grace of God, certain things happened in my life One of them was meeting my beautiful wife, sitting right there in the corner with our beautiful little baby. I don't know why God blessed me with her, because like I said, I had like 5 other women on speed dial, but it's gotten so bad and out of control with womanizing and porn addiction. But I actually decided to like go celibate for like 30 days. I don't know why I got that idea, but it was like, this has to stop, because it was getting bad. Somehow I met her. She was number 6, I guess, but I was like, I'm gonna cut her off too. I'm gonna go to a monastery or something. I forget about all the women out there. I cut off all the other ones. This one I could not cut off. I don't know why. She just made her way into my heart, and I was like, all right, Lord, I'm gonna keep that one. And I started working on myself, because now I had another reason, something to do. And she kept pushing me towards becoming a better man. Through one sequence of events, I've met another person who became my business mentor, his name is Kevin. I'll talk to you about it in a second. And then I started my podcast, and that gave me a reason again. That spark appeared. Because before that, I had this annoying voice in my heart, just every day. It doesn't matter how much I drank, how many women I've been with. Every day I wake up and I feel guilt and regret for wasting my time, wasting every day of my life. Some of you, I can see it in your eyes, you guys have that. Because you know you have potential in you. You know you want to do better. You know you're capable of doing more. You're not doing it. You're waiting for a special moment, right? And guess what? It's never going to come. You got to make the first move. So I started my podcast, and I started meeting different people, and I saw this one guy on YouTube. His name was Bedros. I started following him. By the way, algorithm work. You guys pay that. Good investment, because he kept popping on my YouTube. I was like, all right, fine. I'm gonna go see you in person. But things start coming to my life. The right people, the right opportunities, the right things start to align. And I slowly progressed into a better version of myself. And throughout the process, I developed this concept called police yourself. Police because, well, cops love acronyms. We're not the smartest people out there, and the only way we remember things is because we need, Tony's laughing, acronyms. Trust me, they don't hire us based on our brains. And police stands for purpose, overcome fear, love yourself, identity, conquer your demons, and execute. Simple. That's the way I remember it. And those are the things that I've done for myself in order to be a better person. Purpose. Without purpose, any man, now I don't speak for you ladies, but any man without purpose is like a dog. Will keep digging holes in the backyard just to occupy himself with something. Well, for me, it was women and pornography, right? For me, it was escaping, numbing myself, doing stupid things, busting through the doors with armed suspects, thinking I'm cool, because even though you shouldn't be doing that, because there's an armed suspect behind the other side of the door, right? Duh. Trying to prove things to myself that I'm this tough guy. But for what? The true purpose was in something else. I just didn't know how to dig it out, how to put it together. So you ask yourself, what is your purpose in life? It doesn't have to be this grand scheme, I want to be a billionaire type of person. It can be small, but it gives you meaning, and only you know what it is. Don't look for purpose, guys. Create it. We all look for purpose. You know, I coach guys, and I quite often say, well, I haven't found my purpose, man. I don't know. I gotta find it. I'm gonna go, especially this new generation. I'm gonna go travel and find my purpose. If you go find your purpose, great for you. I wasn't that guy. I created my purpose. I worked on it. I tried different things. I made it. Okay, so instead of trying to look for it, try to create it instead. Because life without purpose is drifting. Drifting in comfort, drifting in slow death. And by the time you're 67 or 80, trust me, you don't want to be on that deathbed regretting things. Because I've experienced regret in my life. And let me tell you, I told myself I will never, ever die with regret. Because regret will eat you every single day on the inside. I don't ever want to close my eyes for the last time and die with regret. OST stands for overcome fear. This right here is a screenshot of Transparent California website. The last scripture is actually my last name, Russian. Don't try to pronounce it, you'll break your tongue. But I've departed from my last name for different reasons. It's a whole different story. But that's 2023. My best year as a cop. That's what I made. Now, I don't know what I didn't make that, because this is like benefits, Medicare, etc. But I made that. Raise your hand if you're thinking $263,968 is a good salary. The rest of you guys are millionaires or what? Man, I'm in the wrong room. Raise your hand if you think it was dumb walking away from that kind of salary. That's dumb, yeah. There's a category of being brave and being stupid. That's definitely stupid. Here we go. But guess what? That was fear right there. Fear was holding me back. That comfortable paycheck. All I had to do was show up, then show up for some overtime. I was good. Get promoted every year, different tier, don't get in trouble, don't kill nobody again. You're good to go. Do this for 20 years, retire comfortably. 20 years, really? So I said, no. That's what they were paying me for my dream. This is the price tag for that. I don't know. Account insurance and benefits. I had enough. I had to make a decision. I had a baby on the way. I was invested in both businesses. By the time around October of last year, I was like, what am I supposed to do? I either try to still be a cop and run the business, or I go pull into the business. So I came to the only person I knew who would help me out. God. I prayed, said, take the wheel. And he did. I'm gonna do my part, you do yours. So I'm still here. Both companies still here, blessed enough to grow, buy more trucks, more vehicles, expand, more warehouses. He's still taking care of me. He's got the will. I just do my part. I turn in my gun in the not my gun, my badge. I'm not getting my $5,000 gun. This is Lucy, by the way. She's dealing with this taking a thing. The badge I gave back to them. That was it. That's my entrepreneurial career right there. I spread my wings and fly. And it doesn't matter. Don't be afraid. Because I was talking to Alex over there in the back. He's a Navy SEAL. I'm a law enforcement. They teach us how not to have fear. They give us the tools. They tell us to go out there, chase bad guys, fight felons. But then for some reason, when we're not doing police work, we want to do business or something, we're scared shitless. Oh, I'm going to lose all my money. I'm going to do this. I mean, I've done crazy things. Looking back at it, I've done borderline stupid things. Without fear, what's different? Okay, fine, I'll lose a lot of money. I still got 2 arms, 2 legs. I can probably do it again. Not losing money part. The business, right? That was taught to love yourself. This white abomination had a reason now to become this. Thanks to Battle Ready, B. Yep, that right there. Byron, Nate, B was at the time too. Invested in myself. Finally put myself back in shape. Not there yet, got a baby, that's an excuse, guys. Kids, it affects me as well. But the point is, you gotta love yourself, and not in an egotistical way, in a way that you need to invest in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, in yourself. Develop faith. Have a strong body, fit body, your mind, sharpen your mind. Surround yourself with people who will help you do that. Put yourself in places, around people, around mentors, find mentors. All of that. And you will love yourself. Because you'll respect yourself. Because you'll have the discipline. Without discipline, you're not going to have any of that. Not just physical discipline, mental discipline, spiritual discipline. I hate when guys tell me, I like a woman who's a challenge. You're an idiot. You want a challenge, bro? Why don't you not cuss for a day or for a week? You want a challenge? Why don't you not look at every girl out there that's at the gym? You want a challenge? Be disciplined for a week. That's a challenge. Not a woman who's a challenge. You gotta love yourself. But before you love yourself, you gotta become the type of person that deserves your own love and respect. Identity. We all want to be somebody, be something. And you have to identify what it is. Because if you're trying to be something but you're not there mentally, you're always gonna jeopardize it for yourself. You're always gonna fail. Because when I was a cop, dude. I loved it. You couldn't pay me for this. I'll do this for free. But going into business, I remember I had this one deal like a year or 2 ago. The profit margin was like $100,000. The first thought that came to my mind was, oh my God, that's a lot of money for me. Me and my partner, that's 6 digits off of one project. Who am I? I lost it. That deal slipped away. And I learned I will never, ever tell myself that I'm not worth big profit. I don't care if it's $1 million or $1 billion. I'm worthy of that kind of profit. Now, I got the deal back. I worked hard, but it went from 100,000 to like 75. It doesn't matter. But I learned I'm worth it. I am worth it. That's my identity. I am now an entrepreneur. I am now a leader. I am now a man's coach. I am now a father, a husband, right? Embrace your identity. Don't be running away from it like King David. He ran from God for a long time. There were women doing stupid things, and God was like, I'll wait for you, son, because you need to be king. So grow up. We all have an identity. We're just too scared to embrace it. Imposter syndrome. Oh, my family, my culture, not this, not that. All kinds of excuses. Time to embrace it. Find out who you are, stick with it. Believe in it. Willing to die for it if you have to. Conquer your demons. I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this one. This is me, if you haven't figured it out. Still the same big head. Okay? That's how you know it's me. Therapy helped me heal this guy. I ran from this kid for a long time. This part is probably getting emotional, but jumping back into my childhood, right? It was perfect. I was being sarcastic at this point, right? My father was a felon, physically abusive, alcoholic, extremely jealous. He had as many demons as you can possibly think of. Now, I hate talking about this because it portrays him as this evil person, and he's really not. I learned a lot of good things from him, like hard work. He would never eat from a table until everybody else takes some food. I love my father. May he rest in peace. I made peace with him. I forgive him for everything he's done to us and our family. But growing up, drugs, alcohol, short temper, we all walked on eggshells. Physical abuse. I don't think a 9-year-old kid should be thrown from one room into the other and then almost lose consciousness. For me, normal was seeing my father drunk in the gutter when I was walking back with my parents from school, and I had to lie, tell them, oh, it's my father's twin. And how embarrassing is that? Normal for me was watching my father stab my mother, and then when they were rushed to the hospital, I just sat there in a pool of blood. That's pretty freaking normal, huh? That's my childhood. And then no surprise that my brother became a fugitive of the law and a drug addict, because he saw that growing up. So my anger issues, my temper, and all of that I got from my dad. My entire life I see chaos. Why? Because I told myself I was born in chaos. I was molded in chaos. Give me chaos. I was pretty good at that as a cop, by the way. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of chaos. It's because that kid grew up in chaos. And then regret. When I was 13, I discovered that I was adopted. I don't think any kid should discover that he was adopted on his own at least. And then I held on to it for 23 years, not telling anybody. And I carried that with me for 23 years. My family was great at not showing any signs of it. They loved me, they treated me like their own, but I knew it every single day for 23 years that I was adopted. It was only after a decade of working on myself and going to therapy and healing myself, I finally told my mom last year that I know that I'm adopted. That was the toughest thing I could do in my life. And I've done some crazy things. That was tough. And we both cried, and I'm glad I got that off my chest. Because I had all my demons locked away in the closet, real tight. Dude, I had a lock on there. Once in a while, one will spill out, but hey, nothing alcohol and some women can fix, right, fellas? But I had to realize that I had to relive all the memories of that kid. The memories that I hid in that closet for decades. I had to open the door and take out every single demon, hug him, shake his hand, and let him go. So that this guy, right here, can be happy. I owe it to myself. It takes a while, it takes some courage, especially for us men. Because nobody teaches us how to heal, nobody teaches us how to talk about our emotions, how to cry. By the way, if you ever notice that I am a crier, yeah. I'll skin your life if I have to, but I'm trying. For all, anybody has daughters out here? Girl dads? Oh yeah, girl dads. You discover new levels of patience, love, and violence in you. You're a girl dad. I'll be lying if I didn't think about the extreme violence things I would do to people who hurt my family. But that's what I had to do. And that's what every single one of us have to do to ourselves. Don't disassociate like B said. Make peace with your past. Because your past is going to create regret. And regret is not something you want to die with. My biological father, who gave me away as a baby, was calling me on his deathbed. And I was so proud, so egotistical, so immature that I wouldn't answer his phone. Because I thought, what the hell you want from me? I did this on my own, I don't need you. Why would I even talk to you now? By the time I called him back, he passed away. I'm never gonna know what he wanted to tell me. But it's something I had to make peace with for the rest of my life, with myself. I prayed over it, and I just told God to pass the message to him. He's in heaven. Trust me, guys. You don't want to die with regret. You don't want to live with regret. Because regret is your past holding you from your future. And anxiety and worry is just a demon that's holding you from reaching your highest potential in life. Execute. The last letter of the word police yourself, right? This is the poster I had in college. This is Bruce Lee. For those of you who don't know, he's a great philosopher, a little bit of a fighter. He's a great philosopher. He said, no one is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Going into business, I realized that just in life in general, you gotta execute. You can wish all you want, dream all you want all you want, but unless you execute, nothing is gonna change. Nothing. Even if you pray to God, right? It doesn't mean you're halfway, but you gotta get halfway in. Faith doesn't work by just like, hey Lord, okay, I want this, make it happen. No. You gotta take the first step. Without fear, without anxiety, and move forward, and he'll meet you halfway. Take all the shots you can take. Because if you don't take them, you miss them. And you never know. Some door might close, some door might open for you. Find mentors. That guy right there in the corner changed my life. Changed my life. It's one of the 3 mentors that I had in my life that to this day still affecting my life. Show up. Sick, tired, broke, hurt, heartbroken, show up. I've had days in business where my bank account was negative and I was sick, full of fear and anxiety, but I show up, and by the end of the day my account was positive. I close deals and I go to sleep happy. Because I showed up. For my employees, for my family, for myself. Lead by example. No one's gonna follow a leader who's fake, who doesn't have discipline, who doesn't back up his word by his actions. No one. You want to be a leader of yourself first. Then your family will follow. Your employees, the people who watch you. Your children watch you every single day. All the bad character traits that I picked up from my father, he didn't teach me. Here we go, son, be angry, be jealous, be alcohol. No, I watched him do that. I learned. And I had to unlearn. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, fellas. Ladies too. You only fail if you accept it as failure. But even if you fail, take a lesson out. Extract a lesson. Move forward. Do it better the next time. Failure is right here. It's in your mind. Take action. I can't put more emphasis into that. And pray. In this picture, with a cop and 2 felons. You know who the cop is, right? It's my friend DJ. Also my friend Pastor Chris. DJ, I love the guy like a brother. Some of you guys know DJ. Jimmy, you know him. Incredible story. This guy is 10 years sober. Tried to commit suicide by driving truck into the wall at 100 miles an hour. Lost both of his brothers 10 weeks apart. Faith changed his life. He's now opened up a gym called Kingdom Fit based on fitness and faith. Pastor Chris, ex-drug dealer, meth cook, anarchist, Check out the story of my podcast. These are the guys that baptize the goody cop. Okay? God works in mysterious ways. You don't know. His plan for you is much bigger than your plan for you. Sometimes me and him fight because I don't get in my way like a kid, but I know he's got my back. Faith has been there for me at times, so people haven't been there for me. You can lose hope, but you still gotta have faith. And if you lose both, that's not a good thing to have in life. Pray. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, atheist. Hopefully not an atheist. But pray. Good times, pray. Hard times, pray. Really hard times, pray. It doesn't matter. It gives you purpose. It pushes you forward. It gives meaning to the tough, challenging, hard times in your life. He's been there for me many times. Adopted, in coma twice as a baby, sick my entire life, nearly died a couple times on the job, made stupid decisions in my own world. He saved my life. I come to him from a perspective now where I nearly died. So I just got so sick and tired of failing him again and again and again that I said, okay, Lord, have it your way. I give it to you. You won. I'll follow you. He changed me. I'm going to do one quick exercise with you guys and I'll wrap it up. Lean back on your seats, relax. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to just think about it. Whatever you do in life, whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever you're trying to gain, build, conquer, create, what is your why? Why do you want to do it? Why do you wake up early mornings? Why do you put in the work? Why do you grind? Why do you borrow crazy loans? Why do you show up every day? Why are you willing to suffer and go through pain and challenges? Why? Is it a person? Is it a dog? Is it a group of people? Is it a legacy? Whatever it is, envision it in your mind. Embed that picture into your mind. That is your why. Remember it. You can open your eyes now. My wife is standing right there in that corner. My wife and my baby. And the man that I coached on my coaching program. Those are my wives. And obviously, the big guy upstairs. So I got for you guys, if you guys want to connect, this is my website, alexbeneficial.com. That's my email. You can follow my Instagram page, my podcast channel. You can contact me about the businesses that I do. We're one of the biggest commercial liquidators in the nation. We also run with the logistics company nationwide. Media company. Jesse is one of our videographers. If I can serve you in any way possible, I'm happy to do so. God bless you all.